Classic hits, My 1059. We're going to get Grammy Award-winning blues legend Johnny Winter on the phone. He's coming to the Magic City Blues Stillwater stage, coming up a week before Magic City Blues, August 3rd. We're going to give guitarist and bandmate Paul Nelson a call. I want to actually talk to him first. He's produced a lot of the Johnny Winter albums. He's been in the band for a while, so we'll get these guys on the phone this morning.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, is this Paul?
Yes, this is he.
Hi, Paul. This is Willy Tyler in Billings, Montana.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, man. I wanted to talk to you first, if that's okay.
That'd be great, yeah.
Okay, and Paul is the guitarist, the other guitarist in the band, and you've actually produced a lot of those. You're the manager. You did all the bootleg series and stuff too, right?
Yeah, it's been very successful. It was what we did was we took his whole catalog of live performances, and we just started putting them together to try to out-bootleg the bootleggers that were around. There were so many albums. So we created this series, and now it's we got great, never-before-seen photos, live footage, and liner notes by notables.
Yeah, they're
it's doing really well.
Really some great albums. And I love it. Seems like all the time there's new old footage of Johnny popping up all over the place. Are you kind of behind that? You're just digging stuff up?
Yes. I've been researching everything. We got a street team that goes out there that searches the internet, searches concert footage in Europe, all over the globe, and then we contact them, and then we piece together. We did the 70s, live through the 70s, and then live through the 80s, and then we did a rock class thing. So it's doing really well. I mean, he's all over the map. It's really cool.
I love seeing him too. I love it when a new one comes out. You also did the Roots albums, which is the new Johnny Winter album.
Yeah, that was a huge honor. I mean, knowing how many albums Johnny has produced himself for, like Muddy and Grammy-winning stuff, for him to, hand me the golden whatever, your hand spoon or whatever. Well, it's really cool.
And what a lineup of people to work with too, from Warren Haynes to John Popper from Blues Traveler, with Derek Trucks.
Yeah, the premise was I approached Johnny. I said, "Look, let's just do an album of all songs that types of blues songs that you really weren't able to do before because everybody's trying to push you into the pop rock world." And he loved the idea, and I said, all I need you to do is, pick some songs, but let's have a common theme where you pick one song by every artist that influenced you growing up. So he picked the songs in 15 minutes. So then I went out and I got the artists that I thought would match, and then I got myself and Scott Spray on bass, and Tommy Curielli on drums, and we just learned all the original versions that Johnny listened to, and then winterize the stuff,
right.
And it worked great. Now we're doing a second one.
Yeah, I saw that, and the lineup on the second one even more impressive. Some of my favorites on there: Joe Perry, Mark
Yeah,
Knopfler.
That was great. Perry told me, he goes, "Paul, this is a huge honor." He said, "You don't understand. I wouldn't have picked up guitar if it wasn't for Johnny."
You know what? I got to tell Johnny that when we get him on the phone, because that's the thing. I had Mark Kendall from Great White co-host a show with me a couple weeks ago, and he was picking some music, and we dug up some old Johnny stuff, still alive and well and whatever, and he said that's exactly what he said. The very first album he ever played was a Johnny Winter album. Michael Lardy said the same thing. Jim Dandy told me the same thing. All those guys, huge, just
yeah. In contacting all these artists they were all saying that for these CDs. These were the first riffs, solos, rhythms, vocal lines, even bass players. Michael Anthony said
right.
He used to, Van Halen used to play Johnny stuff. I mean, Tobacco Road was, Johnny and Edgar. It's amazing that, starting off as all those guys starting off as guitar players, that was the first guy.
Yeah, there wouldn't be a ZZ Top, there wouldn't be a Leonard Skinner, there wouldn't be a Great White. A lot of those bands wouldn't even exist.
No, and now that he's healthy and he's off all the crap that he was doing over those years, the excessive Woodstock.
Johnny, he had a rough go for a few years, huh?
Yeah, so now that he's off all that, he's able to enjoy and hear all the kudos from the other artists. I mean, Billy Gibbons is on the new record.
Right.
He was thrilled. So that one's called Step Back. That should be out in several months.
Okay, well, we're definitely looking forward to that. Is Johnny nearby?
Let me put the king on. Hold on one second.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Johnny, hey. Hello?
Johnny.
Yes.
Hey, this is Willy Tyler up in Billings, Montana.
All right.
It's good to hear from you again. We actually spoke about a year and a half ago, the last time you came through town.
Yeah.
And checking out the new album, Roots. I'm pretty excited to see a lot of big names on there. And I was just telling Paul, I have to tell you a little story, because since the last time I talked to you, I've had 3 different very famous rock and roll musicians on the show, and all 3 of them said that they would never have picked up a guitar if it hadn't been for you.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
Yeah, Mark Kendall from Great White actually was playing some old Still Alive and Well on the show the other day. We were loving it.
Great.
And so, talking about these Roots albums and talking about all these guys coming out and saying that you are their their influence and you inspired them, I want to know who inspired you.
A lot of different people. I've bought every blues record I can find.
Just about every blues record. Muddy and those guys were around when you started playing, right? I mean, some of those real.
Oh, yeah.
And so you'd say basically any blues album you could get your hands on, huh?
Every blues record I can find, I bought.
You've certainly been busy since you've gotten a little more healthy, and you've been all over everything. I heard you even did something on a William Shatner album.
Yeah, it is.
Was it an old Deep Purple song? Because I saw it was Space Truckin'. Is it really Space Truckin'?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, that's got to be great. I'm gonna have to check that out. What was it like working with William Shatner?
Well, he just sent the record to Connecticut, so I didn't actually meet him. He just said, and I put my part on it.
Uh-huh.
But he wrote me a real nice thank you note.
That's awesome. You've played some major crowds in your life. Of course, Woodstock, all those big arena festivals in the 70s. What do you think is the biggest? Do you remember what the biggest show you ever did was?
Definitely Woodstock.
That was the big. Well, yeah, obviously. I meant people-wise, that was it? That was the biggest? Because you guys did some huge shows in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like playing the big crowds, or do you like playing the small crowds better?
I like playing for small crowd. I like being closer to the people.
A little more intimate for everybody?
Yeah, exactly.
Last time you were in town, you played at Bones Brewing, which was an indoor club. This time you're playing on a beautiful outdoor stage right in the heart of our downtown. It's going to be an awesome show.
Oh, great.
We're really looking forward to it. And a band called Downtime opening at 6:30, and they're friends of mine, very talented musicians, and all of them I know are extremely excited to be sharing a stage with a legend like you.
Oh, great.
Gates open at 6 o'clock, Saturday, August 3rd, 8 p.m., the Magic City Blues stage. And, hey, I got to tell you, Johnny, before we go, I still have your hot sauce in the fridge. We haven't even touched it.
Oh, great. That's good, man.
My official Johnny Winter hot sauce. And we're looking forward to seeing you at the show, man. Thanks a lot for everything you do, and thanks a lot for taking some time with us today.
Thank you.
All right.